Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 8 of Step Into Our Power. We're transforming our life one week at a time so that when 2015 rolls around, we're ready for the new year. We're not now skating into the new year trying to figure out what to do. So we're working on it from now. Last week we did financial health. We've also covered topics like building relationships, healthy habits, looking at goal setting and intention setting. This week we're looking at something a little bit more crucial. We're starting to really get into the nitty gritty of things. And today is career and life development, personal life development. Okay? Your career really impacts your life. Okay? It's two things that affect your life the most, and that is your personal relationship, whether it's in terms of marriage and children and stuff like that. And then the second one is your career. Your career affects everything, including your financial health, which is what we did last week. So what we want to look at is where we are in our career. That's the first step you want to look at. You want to look at your career. Are you satisfied with where you are? Has it turned out the way that you wanted it to turn out? You know, a lot of people go into careers with expectations, and then they get in there and they realize, I don't know that I really like this, I don't know that I really want to do this. And then what happens is that you start looking at all the money and all the time that you've invested in this career, and then you start thinking, but look at all the things that I've done. I've invested all this time, I've invested all this money, to go and change now. But let me tell you something. This life, you only get one pass, all right? And so you really don't want to be stuck in a career that you hate. It's going to affect everything, your mental health, your relationships. You're going to be insufferable when you go home. Okay, so look at your career and be honest. Are you where you want to be? Is this the career that you still want? And if it is the career that you still want, then is it to your satisfaction? Are you where you want to be? Has it turned out how you want it to turn out? And then look at what you need to do to get from where you are to where you want to go. And how do you do that? You start by building skills. You look at the skill set that you have. That's the second thing, right? Look at the skills that you have. And do you have all of the skills that you need to up level? Because a lot of you, that's what you're looking at right now. You're heading into mid-career, or some of you have your entry-level job and you're starting to move up from where you are, right? And you're trying to elevate. But in order to elevate, you can't elevate with the same skills. You have to up level your skill set. So look at the skills, where you want to go, what are the skills that are required and that you don't now have, and then start working towards building those skills. Now, I need to say something about degrees that are going to be quite unpopular, but it needs to be said. Not everything in terms of up-leveling requires an actual degree. There are certification programs and there are training programs that can help you get the skills that you need, right? So you don't always need to have a degree. You need to look at exactly what it is you need to build. Some programs, some jobs have certifications that are actually worth more than a degree in terms of the value that you get from them. And how you know, people go and get degrees and then they come back and they get those certifications, right? So look at what it is you need to have. Be honest. Find somebody who, we talked last week about mentorship. Find somebody who's doing it. Look at their career. Go on LinkedIn and look at somebody who has the career that you want and look at the steps that they made. Somebody also gave me a really great idea recently about using AI. So we know AI is everywhere now. And the person said you can suggested using AI, going in as a prompt and asking AI to help you build out the steps for your career. So that is something you can do if you're feeling stuck and you don't know where to go. Ask AI. It's a tool, and like any tool, it's as useful as the person using it. So ask it, how, this is where I want to go, this is where I am now, these are the skills that I have now, what do I need to do in order to move from point A to point B, right? So the first one is evaluate your career, the second one is skill building, and the third one is the one that a lot of us really, really hate, and that is networking. Now, just so we're clear, networking has gotten a bad rap in that a lot of people think that in order to network, it means that you have to socialize with everybody and you have to go to all of these events and you need to go all these cocktail parties and you need to do all these things. No, you don't have to. So introverts everywhere, rejoice. You don't have to do that. Network building at its core means connecting to people in the industry or in your organization, in your career, okay, and who can support and guide you in terms of where you want to go from point A to point B. And there are various ways you can do that. You can do that by going to workshops. You can do that by joining online groups. There are a lot of online groups now, especially in places like LinkedIn. You can go into different industry events. So the different chambers of commerce have industry events that are training sessions that are to give people the information in terms of changes that are happening in the industries and stuff like that. And that is a really, really good place to go and network because it is directly connected to your job and the people who have power and influence in that industry. They're usually there, right? So you don't have to go and be social butterfly to build a network, but you do have to build one. And there are ways that you can do that, okay? So that's the third one. And then the last one you want to look at is, oh my god, I just forgot. What is the last one you want to look at? Oh, the most important one, life. Okay, life still continues. Okay, you want to build a career, you want to do all these things, but while that is happening, your life is continuing. I don't like the whole work-life balance word, the term, even though I know what it's trying to communicate. The thing that I don't like about it is that it makes it sound like this is work and this is life. And a lot of you, what you do is you go to work and then you shut down and then you go to life. But this is life too. You take 8 hours a day at least, right? You spend 8 hours on your job, but then there's the commute to and from, and then there's projects. Sometimes you have to work through lunch, and so your career takes up a lot of your life. Your work is your life, and that is why I don't like the term work-life balance, because it sounds like work life, but your work is part of your life. Those hours that is hours of your life. Okay, so what I would say then is look at balance in your life. Look at every aspect of your life and ensure that you are spending time nurturing every aspect of your life. And again, I always try to remind you all try to do things too big. You don't have to do big, grand things. Life, the beauty in life, a lot of it is in the little things, in the small moments that get this cumulative effect, and then they add up. When you look back, you see how much they add up, right? So you want to look at your health, you want to look at your family, you want to look at your friends, you want to look at your spiritual life, you want to look at all the different aspects of life and ensure that you are watering those gardens as well, right? Life balance. Look at your overall life and ensure there is balance, because when you are in balance, when you are feeling connected to your life, you are actually more productive and you actually achieve more. And because there's this notion that when you do that, you lose ambition. I don't think people lose ambition. I think what happens is that the way they show up changes. They still do a lot of the same things, right? They still go after their passions, and they still, sometimes they have even more fervor. And actually, not sometimes, they usually have more fervor, right? So it's not that people lose their ambition, it's that where the ambition shows up and how it shows up changes. Okay, so those are the 4 things that you're looking at. This week you're looking at your career and you're breaking it down. You're looking at career satisfaction, you're looking at skill building, you're looking at networking, and you're looking at life balance. How are you doing in all aspects of your life, and where is career coming into that? And is career pulling away from that, or is career feeding that, right? Right, so that's your work this week. I hope that all is going well. Keep doing the work. I've been getting all the messages and I love them. 2025, we're going in hard. I'll see you all next week. Bye.